Archewell was bad in the first place. But now we're moving from Archewell Foundation to Archewell Philanthropies. What does this mean?
We got a tip that Archewell, which is the foundation that Meghan and Harry set up when they moved to America in 2020, they have been very lax and they haven't submitted all.
They've spoken out after their charity, the Archewell Foundation, was declared delinquent in the US by the state of California. Now, despite...
So Archewell was supposed to be about impact, right? Funny how that impact suddenly landed on its own staff. Quiet layoffs, shrinking teams, and whispers of money trouble. And suddenly, Meghan doesn't look like a calm philanthropist anymore, but like someone watching the brand crack in real time.
And even if, so there are legal parameters, and we'll go into it a bit, for foundation and philanthropy and charity and nonprofit and these sorts of things. But I don't think necessarily...
The warning signs didn't arrive with flashing headlines or emergency announcements. They slipped out quietly, almost deliberately buried beneath holiday distractions and carefully timed silence. But inside the Archewell Foundation, the impact was anything but subtle. Staff layoffs, not restructuring, not temporary furloughs, actual redundancies. And when a charitable foundation starts laying off employees, one message becomes unavoidable: the money is gone.
Charity, which means that for the time being, they can't accept any money and they can't take any money. Or ask for money.
So now what?
When Meghan Markle walked away from royal life in 2020, insiders say she didn't believe she was stepping into uncertainty. She believed she was stepping into destiny. Hollywood stardom, billionaire circles, endless offers. A personal empire that would eclipse the institution she left behind.
California's Attorney General for failing to pay bills on time and submitting its annual report, the couple insist that the charity was...
According to palace sources, Meghan was convinced the world was waiting for her. Brands would line up. Tech investors would fight for her attention. Media executives would treat her like royalty, only richer. And Harry, she allegedly believed, would finally be free from the constraints of monarchy to build something bigger, shinier, and more profitable. But freedom without leverage is not power. It's exposure.
In a big error, this is what they claim. They claim, just like a deadbeat dad, the check is in the mail.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yes.
Especially if they're overseas right now.
Exactly.
Reality didn't arrive with a crash. It crept in slowly. Deals announced with fanfare quietly stalled. Invitations slowed. Interest cooled. Promises turned into caveats. The difference between expectation and outcome widened with every passing year.
Foundation. We have diligently investigated the situation and can confirm that the Archewell Foundation remains fully compliant and in good standing. Due payments were made promptly.
Meghan reportedly never imagined facing financial pressure. In her mind, opportunities were meant to multiply indefinitely. Hollywood was supposed to embrace her permanently. But Hollywood does not reward symbolism. It rewards delivery, hits, returns on investment. And Meghan didn't deliver.
They've just got back from doing a 3-day trip in Nigeria on their faux royal tour, which actually went really well for them. But they are just back in California, just this morning.
So do we have an...
As the years passed, the fantasy she sold to Harry began to crumble. The empire didn't expand, it contracted. The influence didn't deepen, it evaporated. And now, with Archewell cutting staff, the illusion has officially collapsed.
Really? You have to use philanthropies in the title? I cannot think. If you guys have one, please let me know. I cannot think, ladies and gentlemen, of a single
This wasn't sabotage. It wasn't bad luck. It was built on assumptions that never matched reality. And Harry, who sacrificed everything for that vision, is now living inside its wreckage.
The check is going to be delivered.
Apparently very, very soon. So this should be rectified. Apparently they're saying it should be rectified within 7 days, 7 business.
There was a time when Meghan and Harry seemed untouchable. Netflix, Spotify, publishing giants, speaking circuits, headlines screamed 9-figure deals and crowned them a global power couple. For a moment, it looked like they had beaten the system. Then the system pushed back.
And so it says, after 5 beautiful years, What is beautiful about it? I'm sorry, like this stuff drives me like.
Spotify didn't just walk away, it torched the bridge. Executives publicly criticized the Sussex output as underwhelming, with one insider infamously labeling them grifters. That wasn't a private disagreement. It was a public warning to the entire industry.
What's happened here?
Yeah, so it's pretty much what you just said. And as well as their statement, the California Justice Department has also confirmed that the charity is in current and is current.
Netflix followed with something arguably worse, the quiet downgrade. Still announced, still technically active, but stripped of its original financial promise. What insiders now mock as a fake deal. No creative urgency, no serious expectations, no real money.
Give a crap if it's beautiful. It should have an impact. That's the whole point of all this. The Archewell Foundation is becoming Archewell Philanthropies.
Hollywood's message was clear. You're not canceled, but you're not valued either. And then there's Archewell. The foundation that was supposed to anchor their legacy can't keep staff employed. Donations aren't flowing. Programs aren't expanding. Impact is difficult to measure.
The charitable entities allows the couple and their children to expand upon the global philanthropic efforts as a family. And so
every major venture tied to the Sussex brand now shares the same trajectory: decline. Industry veterans are blunt about why. Fame opens doors once. Talent and execution keep them open. Meghan and Harry have produced neither consistency nor hits. No viral successes. No cultural moments. No sustained audience loyalty. Titles don't generate revenue. And Hollywood has already moved on.
Why are they being included in this? I thought the whole point of Harry and Meghan leaving the royal family is that the royal family was an anchor to Harry.
This is where the situation shifts from unfortunate to infuriating. Sources claim Archewell was bleeding money long before layoffs became unavoidable. Six-figure salaries, executive-level compensation, generous packages for roles that delivered no measurable impact, no breakthrough campaigns, no lasting programs, no returns. Money flowed freely, but nothing moved.
Anchoring his children with his charity? Even Charles didn't do that. Charles is like, well, if you don't want the Prince's Foundation, it'll become the King's Foundation and I'll still run it. That's like how Charles did it. And so now we have here.
Insiders describe Archewell as a bloated vanity operation rather than a disciplined charitable foundation. Endless meetings, strategy decks, carefully worded press releases, but little evidence of real-world results. And yet, Meghan reportedly continued approving inflated payrolls.
To events, yes, but they're not part of the Royal Foundation. They're aware of their parents' activities, but I would not expect them to be a part of the Royal Foundation.
This makes the American Riviera orchard disaster even more telling. When it came time to hire a CEO, someone who could actually generate revenue, Meghan allegedly refused to meet market salary expectations. Qualified candidates walked away. Leadership vanished. The brand stalled before it even launched properly. So let's be clear. Archewell allegedly paid premium salaries to staff producing nothing, while refusing to invest properly in the one role that could have saved the business. That isn't frugality, it's dysfunction.
Hospital or something. And it's like, well, that kind of makes sense. It was like a children's hospital, like a wing was named after her. Like it sort of made sense. And I am all...
Successful foundations operate lean. Every dollar is stretched. Archewell operated like a multinational corporation without the revenue to support it. Press releases issued from a home office. Titles inflated. Optics prioritized over outcomes. Now, those bloated salaries have become liabilities Meghan can no longer sustain. And the reckoning has arrived. When the money dries up, desperation follows. And according to sources, Meghan and Harry may have reached that point. Reports now suggest the Sussexes are exploring the idea of recruiting volunteers to keep Archewell operational. Unpaid labor, donated time, free work. The optics are staggering.
Their parents aren't royals anymore. They're private citizens. Meghan's supposed to be a producer and an entrepreneur. She doesn't need to drag her children into this. This is just getting weird.
This is a couple who demanded financial independence, signed massive media deals, purchased a $15 million mansion, travel privately, and insist on expensive security arrangements. Now they're allegedly asking ordinary people to work for free while they maintain a luxury lifestyle. But the plan collapses under its own weight. Meghan and Harry are obsessed with secrecy, NDAS, controlled narratives, fear of leaks, accusations of betrayal, and yet they want volunteers, unpaid, loosely vetted individuals inside their foundation.
What does it mean in terms of, let's say, the finances and all these sorts of things? So I did kind of put this to Google. So
charities that rely on volunteers thrive on transparency, community engagement, openness. Archewell has been built on control and paranoia. These two models cannot coexist. Insiders predict chaos. Volunteers talk. They share experiences. They don't sign ironclad contracts. And when one inevitably sees how Archewell truly operates, the truth will spill into the press. And when it does, Meghan will cry betrayal. But this isn't strategy. It's surrender. An empire once pitched as billion-dollar ambition is now dependent on unpaid help. The fall couldn't be clearer.
charity, foundation, and philanthropy. So this kind of gives an overall indication of why, and the Telegraph went into a bit of this too.
If success is measured by who returns your calls, Meghan Markle has a very serious problem. After nearly 5 years in California, insiders say Hollywood's elite have quietly frozen her out. The Clooneys? No longer attending the same gatherings. The Obamas? Keeping their distance. The Beckhams? Severed ties. Luxury yachts. Hamptons weekends. Billionaire circles. Exclusive dinners. Reportedly, none of it is available to the Sussexes anymore. Why? Because Hollywood values discretion, and Meghan and Harry offer none. Every private conversation, every interaction, can quickly become content. Memoirs, documentaries, interviews, leaks. The couple has a track record of turning relationships into stories, and people with real influence do not tolerate being monetized. Sources repeatedly describe the word toxic, following the Sussex brand everywhere they go. Meghan and Harry are seen as transactional, not genuine. Users, not friends.
Strategically tackles root causes for long-term change, funding education to end poverty. And a foundation is a specific organizational structure often fund.
The result is social isolation. They are famous, yes, but uninvited. They may appear on event photos, but insiders say the appearances are peripheral, not integrated. The social circles that once seemed within reach have closed their doors. Hollywood has rendered its verdict quietly, without fanfare, but unmistakably, the Sussexes are persona non grata. Fame alone no longer buys trust, access, or opportunity. And for Meghan, who built her post-royal life on visibility and influence, being frozen out of Hollywood's inner circle is both a professional and personal catastrophe. The reports are surreal. After years of publicly preaching privacy, dignity, and measured engagement, Meghan Markle is now reportedly cozying up to the most overexposed family in America, the Kardashians. Sources claim she attended Kris Jenner's star-studded 70th birthday, handing out business cards, pitching collaborations, and networking aggressively.
Acting as a vehicle for large-scale giving, unlike a simple charity that might just have a food drive. In short, charity, immediate help, philanthropy, systemic solutions, foundations.
There are even rumors she may appear on The Kardashians itself, a former senior royal, reduced to reality TV cameos. Whispers have even emerged that Harry could get involved with Kim Kardashian's Skims underwear brand. The idea alone is absurd enough to provoke disbelief. Yet insiders see it as a calculated but desperate move. If the traditional avenues of influence have closed, perhaps aligning with pop culture royalty could revive the Sussex brand.
It's exactly what you said in the link. They blame it on a check, a physical check that was sent out that state officials did not receive. They also
The problem? Experts say it probably won't. The Kardashians succeed because they are authentic in their shamelessness. Meghan, on the other hand, performs authenticity. She crafts an image meticulously, and modern audiences can smell the performance. Partnering with a family whose fame relies on raw honesty and exposure may only underline what critics have said for years. Meghan is willing to chase fame and money, regardless of credibility or alignment with her previous image.
What I found kind of interesting about this, so this is like an official sort of designation type of thing within the government. And so it gives you a breakdown here.
The Sussexes' pivot toward the Kardashians is a sign of desperation. It's a last-ditch attempt to reclaim relevance in a city that has quietly moved on without them. And the irony isn't lost on industry observers. The very circle Meghan once looked down upon may be her only lifeline.
Have reportedly confirmed that there was a mishap now. The charity is no longer in that delinquent standing, that delinquent label, and this is either the account.
Marketing insiders are blunt. Meghan Markle's brand is in serious trouble. Her ventures, including with Love, Meghan, and American Riviera Orchard, are underperforming and struggle to capture a meaningful audience. The wine launch, for example, reportedly sold around 10,000 bottles, but this translates to roughly 3,000 customers purchasing the minimum 3-bottle package. In luxury lifestyle terms, that is negligible.
Harry and Meghan copying Catherine and William. Catherine and William very much have a philanthropic approach, and Harry and Meghan are trying to emulate that, when they should just be a charity. Like, what?
Critics point to the contradictions that define her brand. She preaches family values while reportedly erasing her father's role. She demands privacy while monetizing her personal story. She promotes authenticity while curating every detail of her public persona. Even the names of her brands reveal insecurity. With Love, Meghan suggests that mere repetition of affection could manufacture genuine admiration.
We're missing. That was what the delinquency notice said, and if the state of California followed through.
Successful lifestyle brands require expertise, relatability, and tangible results. Martha Stewart, Ina Garten, and similar icons built credibility through consistent, verifiable work. Meghan's titles and royal connections do not translate to expertise in wine, home decor, or lifestyle advice. Observers argue the disconnect between her branding and substance undermines public trust. Her audience, skeptical and discerning, quickly detects inauthenticity.
And they might be stopped from, I think the quote is, soliciting and dispersing charity funds and its registration from.
The outcome is predictable. Sales remain weak, growth is stagnant, and the brand gasps for relevance. Without genuine expertise or relatable storytelling, the lifestyle empire Meghan envisioned risks becoming a cautionary tale of style over substance, flashy on the surface, but hollow beneath.
Might have been either suspended or revoked. However, sources close to the couple have said it's a mishap. As you said, they have spoken out.
Meghan Markle's approach to media has become a high-stakes trap. The GB News controversy involving her mother, Doria Ragland, illustrates a recurring pattern. Even legal victories create new public relations problems. While she secured a retraction for false claims about her mother, Meghan reportedly went further, issuing statements that reframed her upbringing, diminishing her father's role and elevating her mother's.
California Justice Department has also said the charity is in good standing, so it appears all's well.
The public backlash was swift. Many pointed out that Thomas Markle had been central in raising her, paying for education and guiding her career. Photographic evidence of teenage Meghan with her father is abundant. Images with Doria are rare. By attempting to rewrite her personal history, Meghan appeared to overreach, turning a simple apology into a flashpoint for criticism.
Received is, whilst Harry and Meghan have been living it large on this quasi-royal tour, going to Nigeria, Harry, of course, promoting the incredible cause that is the
This media strategy reflects a pattern of short-term wins at the cost of long-term credibility. Legal and PR victories are often overshadowed by contradictions in her narrative, leaving audiences skeptical. Each attempt to control perception reinforces the sense that she manipulates the story rather than telling the truth. Observers argue this approach erodes trust, isolates potential allies, and damages her influence both in Hollywood and globally. Meghan's media battles, while technically successful, reinforce the narrative critics have long claimed, a talented strategist perhaps, but one whose victories come at the expense of authenticity and sustainable reputation.
And, you know, both of them kind of grandstanding on this global platform for themselves. It does kind of set the tone. This notice does kind of set the tone, maybe.
While Meghan panics, Prince Harry is reportedly struggling under the weight of compounded failures. Estranged from his father, disconnected from his brother, and distanced from the United Kingdom, his social and familial networks have collapsed. Meanwhile, Archewell, the foundation designed as their philanthropic legacy, is reportedly hemorrhaging staff and financial support. Ongoing lawsuits against British media outlets keep him tethered to stress and public scrutiny, preventing respite or reconciliation.
Kind of not their top priority in that. Maybe they may be more interested in grandstanding and showing off.
Sources describe the California dream as a gilded cage. Harry's identity has been entwined with justifying the royal exit. To admit miscalculation would mean confronting the possibility that he sacrificed family and heritage for a lifestyle that is unsustainable. Financial pressures, multi-million-dollar security, the Montecito mansion, staff obligations are mounting as deals underperform and social capital dries up.
Powerful influence, and yet they're somehow still connected to the royal family, and that they've still got their titles, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, on the global stage, in order to, you know, monetize that for.
Options are unpalatable. Sell the mansion, expose the children for brand purposes, reconcile with the royal family. Each carries consequences that conflict with Meghan's desires and their carefully constructed narrative. Industry insiders note the psychological toll. Living in constant high-stakes negotiation, balancing family, public image, and financial strain is eroding resilience. The unraveling is not on the horizon. It is already here. Hollywood doors have closed, brand ventures struggle, and even legal victories expose vulnerability. The Sussexes' carefully curated empire shows cracks, and the fall, observers warn, may accelerate before any stabilization occurs.